Now that we have our PHP IIS server built out, there are a couple files we're going to have to install in order to get it to communicate with the call manager. Now, what you'll notice, and I go into this, is that gives me a problem with the site's website security certificate. That's not only going to cause a problem when logging into the GUI or the management console, it's also going to cause a problem with the PHP script we're trying to run, trying to interface with this website essentially. So we're going to have to get a certificate to fix that. We aren't going to do that right now. We'll do that in a couple minutes, maybe a couple seconds from now. For right now, we're going to download the stuff we need to make Axle work. Now, Axle is Cisco's administrative XML language. You can do a lot of things in here with Axle. DPD, however, uses a SQL function from it to query directly to the database of the call manager. So I'll go and log in here. What we need to do is go to Application, Plugins, and we'll click Find. And what we need to do is download the Cisco Axle Toolkit. So just click download, don't click the plugin name, that'll bring you somewhere else you don't need to go. We'll save that and open it up. You can see I've done this before. This is take two. I'll go into Schema and look for the current. And I'll take these two files and just copy them, and I'm going to put them in the inet pub folder under www, alongside where I'm going to basically put that script. Now I got to get that certificate, and this is where things get a little bit complicated. Now maybe you already have that certificate fixed. At least in every environment I've worked in, it's never fixed. So we get Firefox, and this is about the only utility I know how to do this with. You'll need Firefox installed, as far as I know, to do this. And we're just going to manually download that certificate. When we get this little error, the security exemption, the little lock with the exclamation point, usually it's red, I think, I'm just going to click it and go to More Information. And I'm going to view the certificate and go to Details. Then I'm going to go to Export. I'll save this onto my Downloads folder, and I pretty much already did this before. Like I said, it's take two. And I'll copy it over to my desktop first here and drag it over to the www root right alongside where I'm going to put that script ultimately. Now while I'm here, I'll right mouse click it, install certificate. I'll do it on the local machine. Go next, yes, and I'm going to place it in the following store, which is Trusted Root Certification Authorities. Okay, next and finish. It's informed me that the import has been success. Now I got to make sure that the computer is actually able to use the certificate, or at least PHP is. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into PHP INI. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to search here for OpenSSL.ca file. And like I said, it's take two, so I just put in that path over to that certificate. This ought to be take three. Certificate file. I'll close and save it. Or in this case, just close it. And now, because I don't have a DNS server, and maybe you have your call manager registered with your DNS server appropriately, however, I do not, so I don't even have a DNS server in my environment at the moment. I'm going to go over to the Windows System 32 drivers, etc, and you probably already know where I'm going, the host file. I'll go ahead and open that with a notepad, and what I want to put in is the IP address of my call manager. followed by the full URL exactly, or almost exactly as it would be in the certificate. So I don't screw that up, let me go over here, copy that in. I'm going to add in a couple dots in between 2 and T and tech and net. Alright, looks good to me. I'll probably have to save this to my desktop. We'll find out. Oh, it worked that time. Alright, if it doesn't save directly there, save it to your desktop, drag drop it back into the folder I was just in over under ETCs. Now while I'm here and copying over files, paying a lot of attention to the IIS server, I'm going to go back into the www root. I'm going to copy over the DPD PHP file. Or maybe I'm not. Paste it to the desktop, drag drop it in. Thanks a lot, Windows. Our next video we'll start working with the call manager server to get that configured to actually accept communication from the DPD Axle client on our IIS server.